as an exchange, we are coming out with a cryptocurrency, crypto assets and digital assets exchange in the traditional exchange platform, and where the risk management is the most important thing. That's the reason these developments are very important, and it helps me to summarize. Because the first, as a risk manager, what is that? Apart from technology risk, if there is a trading which is happening, I would like to look into the various risk aspects of the tradings. Because now we are convinced, and the audience is very experienced now, educated. They would like to trade and make profit. Of course, loss also, but minimize the loss. Where to? In our exchange, we provide the opportunity to enter and exit, buy and sell. How do we do that? But while doing it, we find there are 6 risk factors which a person or an investor encounters. So how can we reduce it? We have enough legal, judiciary pronouncements and an enumeration of what is happening internationally on the regulatory approach. One very distinguished factor of the cryptocurrencies are they are distributed. That's the reason there is an advantage. But if we look at the if we look at trust element, if there is a central agency who gives a regulator, who gives a approval to it, it gives credence to the whole phenomena. And as the things come in, we expect SEBI to step in, because RBI has very clearly ruled out that it is not a currency. It is not a means of finance. That means it's a good or a commodity. As a commodity regulator, very likely SEBI will get into it. Now there is currently the exchanges, there are around 10 exchanges which are operating in India. Most of the exchanges operating in the format of broker-dealer network, where the so-called exchange, they act as a broker, means both buy and sell. They are acting as a custodian of the assets. So the risk is lot of concentration of risk with them. How can we reduce it? By creating a reliable infrastructure, by offering an affordable level of effective protection. I would rather like to bring to the attention to this audience that we are only talking about the exchange operation. We are not covering here ICOs, because it is outside the exchange platform. Either listing also we are not covering, because that's not covered currently. How can we create a reliable infrastructure? Like any exchange platform, the risk is reduced by asking for reserve requirement, separating exchange function, custodial function, and by separating trading function from the offering a platform function. NMCCX only offer a neutral trading platform to people, to brokers, to take a position, to client, to come into it, to buy or sell. Risk mitigation, these are some of the ways. Now, what is happening in the crypto field or any market field? These avenues of investments have arrived and they are going to stay. Now, if you remember long days, there were times when Badla or future was banned. In the Justice Barbara, he decided that second leg of ready forward deal was illegal, because that is what the law of land was. To a long time, F&O was not recognized, because F&O per se is illegal in terms of Contract Act. I think legal people are there.
Yes, yes.
But with the amendment of SC Securities and Contract Act, it was made possible. So the view that today it is legal or illegal is only transient trading.
Gandhi topi was illegal during British Raj.
Everything, namak illegal. So that way, but this asset class has arrived and going to prosper, whether government recognizes lately or otherwise. Normally it is seen in every field that first market develops, then regulators come to it to understand it and regulate. Currently we are in such a phase that market is developing, is always ahead of the regulator. What are the factors which are pushing the markets up? Is the mobile technology. Now what computer technology has done to trading, mobile technology is doing to investment. Now what we see, we buy. Previously prices were not visible or not transparent. So transparency of pricing and reach of pricing is one such instrument. Second is exchange mechanism is correctly brought into place in the crypto scene will enable the price discovery and creation of liquidity, which we at NMCCX is attempting to do that. We are sure we will do it because we are already arrived. And third is in days to come, like in US, like CFTC has already stated that it is F&O is allowed in cryptocurrencies, at least Bitcoin they have allowed. So if that is the day it happens, we are going to make it a introduction of F&O will enhance the liquidity. Here is an asset class which is emerging. Once we understand, possibly we will be able to invest. Now this seminar has brought us to a level of understanding. It's a time to take advantage. Now there is how we are minimizing the systemic risk. We at NMCCX, we have standard policies of the anti-money laundering, which I have been seeing many speakers talking about terrorist financing means and anti-money laundering actors. We have a very strong anti-money laundering policies. Operational risk we have reduced, as we said, and there are a host of other inside operational issues which we are reducing through exchange to time-tested methods. The credit risk we are reducing by making, to begin with, as a gross settlement, and subsequently, as and when regulator provides, we'll get into net settlement. But currently, we are attempting for gross settlement, so there is no credit risk. And physical security of assets we are providing with various means of hot and cold storages. So far, we have been saying that education is the means to support, education is the means to empower the investor. We also engage in great way in educating the investors and making aware of the risks of like this one. We try and inculcate our audience to educate so that they take a calculated risk where only risk of investment stays and all other systemic risks are taken away. Thank you.